What's up, guys? So we got the NXL layout up. It is all set up on the main field at the outdoor. We'll get this other one set up probably tomorrow. So anyway, I realize most of you guys just want to see the shot, so here you go. So this is standing in the middle of the start station, looking downfield. So here's your view of heads up. These are your quick and dirty. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the right, just around the whole field, so you can see both ways. So if I started here on the start station, these are kind of, I guess, the shots I have. It looks like if I took a knee, I could shoot the gas can that's still out on the D side, which shoots basically anything wider than our Dallas, which is honestly going to be probably a really good shot. So you're going to have a shot here from the start station / back center that doesn't go away as you move forward. You can shoot kind of back up the gut a little bit, which isn't great, but does get you some eyes. So one thing that's kind of cool here is that standing on the start station, it's really pretty easy to see how the other team lines up. So you'll have that. But again, I'm going to go around the field to the right, so on the D side. So this shot right here is going to be a big one, I think. The guy just coming here holding this down. So there's going to be one. Let's see as we go out. I'll start at the start station here. This would be if my barrel was touching here. This is what it looks like. So for taller guys, you could probably drop paint in on, I think we're calling that the Seattle, or shoot heads up. So I'm going to run out here. As I go to the Dallas, you can see you could definitely put paint in the gap past the Dallas. You could definitely put some paint into the Seattle, potentially the God. Looks like you do have a shot over into that's the corner. That W is the corner. Let's see if we could zoom here. Yep, so that is the corner. Bring them on camera. Who? Cody, who do you want to see? That's going to be like a little snake brick dealio. So this is a shot from the Dallas. If I was standing in the Dallas, this is my left view. Cody, what do you want to see? Let's see if I could click this and what it says. Oh yeah, sure. Cody, yeah, join on in. So this is from the Dallas. That's my mirror, obviously. Not necessarily a great view of the Doritos. Can't really stop a lot of stuff. See what you got to check off. Looks like there's not a lot of great shots stopping this stuff, it looks like. Is Cody coming on? I'm not sure. Let's see. It's Cody. If they accept, they'll join on video with audio only. Okay. Couldn't add guest. All right. Sorry, Cody. Technical issues, it says, so you don't get to join today. So anyway, here's our Dallas. If there's anything you guys want to see specifically, let me know. It looks like if there was a God, they can kind of drop paint across, but that's going to be, a little silly. So we'll look at where we can go from here. We've got obviously Dorito. There's a little Dorito corner. So let's bounce out to there. If I was to go out to the corner, you can see kind of middle of the field. These guys rapping could potentially stop you. This thing needs a tiny bit of air. These are the inside shots from the Dorito corner. We go a little further. It looks like you can't quite see the home. You can see the outside of the home, but not the D side of it. So pretty far wrap on the inside. Snake 50 maybe could back up and shoot paint at you. Obviously the brick there could. You could actually, this is getting up kind of tall, but it looks like you could drop paint right into there on the brick that's before the snake. So this is your Dorito corner. This is your D side. So corner, can't really shoot to corner. Now, if I stepped out just a hair, I might be able to. No, you can't really see it. It'd be tough to drop paint in on your mirror. But if you get out here first, you can definitely wrap on the. Oh, this is actually pretty solid. So you could wrap here on the D1. And if you just keep painting this gap and no one's there, pretty solid way to stop the guy. There is not a shot on the Dallas. And same thing, no shot on the back center from here. So let's see. Oh, I don't know if you guys are asking to join, but it's saying I should bring people on. So let's see if Jake Wilcox can join here. Nope, sorry, technical issues. So anyway, we'll make this bump here. You can see there's the 50 block. It looks like there is this shot here from the Seattle cross. So wouldn't be surprised if people maybe abandon this, although getting past this gap would be nice. So this is the mini Dorito. Don't remember the name of it. I didn't actually look at the map. And you're still going to have that shot from both of those temples, kind of shooting at this gap, but you can go wide. If you do go wide though, then it looks like, so if I go here and if I go wide to get away from this guy, now I got a shot from the Dallas. So you're gonna take a little risk if you get wider and whatnot. So if you guys want to see anything, just let me know, comment, and I'll go look at it specifically as we get there. I'm just gonna go around, like I said at the beginning, from kind of the D side all the way around. I'll go to the right, we'll go up the snake side next. So this is our first large Dorito. You can see there's a shot here. You do have to, looks like you can potentially, probably not, drop paint on the corner. Like maybe when that gets a little, it looks pretty full, but if it gets a little more air, it might sit forward a little bit more. You can definitely back up a hair here to drop paint in on the, I believe it's the God. Doesn't look like you really have any threats massively here, but so this is what you got. JB, we're in the first big Dorito. So obviously this can hold the gap. The Dallas can't shoot it. The biggest threat, it looks like, again, are this cross little gap here. And I believe there's a spot right in front too, so of the next big Dorito. So we'll see what that looks like. Getting here, you can definitely battle those guys. Good shot on the God. Doesn't look like you can drop paint in on the snake corner. You do have a shot on the whatever part of the snake that is, kind of to stop that. So, but realistically, if you're in here now, you can actually wrap, shoot the Dallas, shoot D1. Still are protected on the tape from your mirror and from the mini Dorito. The mini Dorito isn't super far out though, so you do have to kind of play it tight. If you were to go, not super loose, not super tight here, you can get shot on the tape by the little Dorito. Middle stuff has shots past the Dorito. So from here, it looks like we've made it past the gap from the turret and the Seattle. Okay, look at Ikito, crushing it like normal. And good shot on the God here. Lots of blind stuff though, blocked off. You don't really have a shot on this brick without backing up and exposing yourself. We'll wrap here, same thing, shots on the Dallas. So from here, it looks like you can, this is tight to the bunker, so you do have to come out pretty wide to get a shot. You're definitely to get a shot in the corner, you're definitely gonna expose yourself to the Dallas. This is going on their side of the field. And the next Dorito, they are protected. The brick guy is gonna be protected by that little W thing. You get a shot on that, obviously 50 thing. So good shot on the Seattle from here, but the turret's blocked out, back center. Definitely a good shot on the God if you stand up tall. And then kind of same old, same old. So let's go back over to the start station. Actually, I guess we'll go to this tower. We never went to this tower for you. So I'm gonna go to the tower, like kind of the 40-ish tower on the D side. Like I said, I'll go to the D side first. So if you're joining late, you'll have to go back in time to look at the D side, but the snake side's coming next, so in the middle. So from this tower, no real great cross shots. I mean, if you had them contained, this is obvious. If you had them stuck at the back center on, obviously this is good, but they get wider. Nothing too great. And this is pretty high. Like I'm on my tippy toes, trying to look at this stuff. I definitely wouldn't be able to get a shot on that corner without holding my gun all, crazy. And look at Ikito, crushing it. And then wrapping here, this is the view on the Doritos. I could probably get some paint on the Dallas. Like these look like they're inflated properly, and it's definitely, I can see basically what you see on the camera. I can see about right there. I can see just see the white of the NXL logo, which is going to be kind of where somebody's up at. So you could definitely get shots on them and still hide from them, which is cool. And it looks like if you go across this gap, obviously right in front of the bunker, basically all three of these bunkers, back center, the wedge, and this all have a shot on you. But, I think if you dive, unless they have paint there, you're going to be safe. So let's just go all the way around to the other side. And we will look at the snake side. We should try to bring someone else in. Let's see if Greg wants to join. Oh, it's trying to add him. So you might be able to join. We're almost to the start station. Sorry, turning around here. All right, so this is the blue side. So same thing, the shot's the exact same as the other side, so that's good. Apparently Ikito and I did this correctly. Snake side shots are fantastic. It's a giant wall of bunkers. So they're actually not fantastic, but that's okay. So start here. If I was on, I guess we'll look at this, is you can still see cross field, so you can definitely do the 2-1-2 thing, whatever the start station is, which is cool. Greg, come on, you work at a car wash, just go hide in the spot, you know? You make it work. Just kidding. I mean, you do have shots, though, like on the Seattle and stuff, if you stand up over the top, which obviously is going to be exposed. So you can fire a few shots and duck. Let's see. Out to the Seattle, you can definitely get paint back up this way, which, you know, maybe you could beat that guy, maybe not. You can definitely put paint into here, although, yeah, you could catch a guy going past that, although you're going to beat him here, so maybe not. You have a shot on your mirror. Oh, hey, Tikito. Looks like the Dallas definitely has that big gap we were talking about. So you got your mirror you got to put in. The God guy could definitely drop some paint on you, but if you went low, I think you'd be okay. And we'll go here into the God. Dallas to Seattle / gateway shot. Well, Seattle's this one, so this is definitely, you know, into here. It does go away right before the bunker, though. I'm like maybe 5 feet from the bunker, so you have to be high. If you dove, you'd be fine. Let's see. Okay, this is our God. Oh, you want me to crawl? Yeah, dude, I'll crawl. Maybe. So this is our God. That is our gateway, I believe. So there is a shot from the Dallas, stopping, you know, shooting into this gateway. The Dallas loses the shot after this. So it looks like for the gateway, you have a Seattle. The God's up higher. So they could drop paint down, but if you stay low, you'd be all right. Cross shots, nothing crazy. The little brick guy, nothing really. Like, D corner can kind of get paint here a little bit, but again, they have to be shooting it. Let's go back to the snake corner real quick and see what we got there. We are working on getting all this paint cleaned up from last week. And you see stuff like this, giant mess. We'll get it cleaned up. So, snake corner. So, inside shots here. So, yeah, this was down a little bit. I just stood it up about even. So, you can shoot at the Dallas here. So, that you should be able to get the guy in for your God guy to be able to get the gateway. So, that's good. A little shot on the first big Dorito. And then from here, if you played over this little wedge thingy, which I don't like doing, but small people do, you can shoot into the Seattle, the gateway, from the tape side here. This would be kind of sketchy if you're trying to play low, because that Seattle guy could definitely drop paint in here, so you'd have to be super low to not get caught. But this is your corner shot, so let's bump up. So Dusty already saw the Dallas, the Seattle / gateway shot, which was that one we just looked at. Crawling from the start box all the way to the 50 snake. Yeah, it might work, maybe. Maybe I'll have Ikato hold it and then I'll do that. So you have to put in Seattle. Obviously these big blocks that done those things is going to be a little more difficult. So if we get up to here, there's a huge gap for the D side there. So that would be, I would think that, you know, not that I'm saying get here and just shoot inside, but you would definitely be able to get paint on that guy if you saw him leave his bunker and you were shooting in front of it. So, but again, I'm not saying that you should do that. Here, wrapping, you get a back center shot, Seattle shot, turret shot. Pretty small bump. There is no protection here, but from let's see, the Dallas can kind of get paint in here, but it's not maybe great. I don't know. He's gonna have to put it over that W thing. W thing can, big block guy. So here's our snake. So this is the 50 snake that has the double W's. It looks like you got a shot on the back center, on the turret there. Turret, back center. If we wrap more, this is the inside between the beams. Kind of the God. You could actually shoot the God. You are kind of high though, so you might get clipped by like a corner guy or Dallas guy if you don't stay low enough on this. Let's look at the outside. So obviously, that's the snake corner. We're gonna wrap. Gateway. Your old mirror. Sneaky shot into the Seattle, which would suck for the Seattle guy kind of because the corner of that bunker is kind of tricky. It is a little risky to, you know, without there being people trapped all the way back center crawling past this, but we'll see what happens. So if I were to crawl forward, there's this gap here, some cross shots, but you could definitely lay low enough to get up here. If there is a guy in that bad boy, you're probably going to get destroyed. you know, horrible shots, I'm out. All right, I agree. No, I'm just kidding. It'll be good, Ian. Hey, you played the mounds field anyway, dude. Come on. This isn't the mound field's layout. All right, so from there, Snake, obviously you wouldn't want a corner for this. If you're on the outside like this is wrapping all the way outside the bunker, back center, shots on everything. So pretty solid, actually. If you were in this, looking inside, you definitely have a shot on the wedge on that side, Dorito. Maybe you could drop paint, probably not on the first big Dorito. The small Dorito, don't really have a great shot without backing way up. But there is this little gap here that I don't know what this will look like at the event. This bunker could use a hair more air, but I don't think it's going to get rid of the gap. So maybe I'll pull it tight. It's just, that's probably what it's going to be at the event. So Dallas, Seattle back center, but obviously the shots on this side are better. So anyway, that's that so far. Let's go look at the middle. So what else? So we'll look at the middle. I'm going to walk kind of the D side middle, and then we'll go snake side middle, and then we will conclude this this dealio. Try to add Cody again. Oh, he definitely said no, or something happened. So we'll look at D side. So middle D side. If you were to go up to, let's say we're going to the wing, shooting up here, you're kind of okay from the turret. You definitely could get some paint on the Seattle. It's a little risky though. Obviously that guy would have an advantage since you're running a little further. But if I were to come up into this, here's what I got on the inside. You know, so I mean, you can definitely see the snake side stuff because of this. So keeping paint in this gap right here to stop Seattle guys and beyond, which is kind of cool. Let's look at over the top on my mirror, shoot the Dallas, and still hold this kind of gap. But the Dallas guy can definitely put you in. So strategically not quite as strong as if it was a crossfield shot, but that's okay. I'm going to go out to this just to look. So back center has a shot through this little gap. Obviously, both of these towers, excuse me, temples have paint that can come through here. It's totally fine though. Let's go up the middle. So if I went to this, I'm probably not going to go on the outside unless I know there's no Dallas. So we'll look at the inside. I don't know which way I would go. We'll see. So if you do go this way, obviously huge gap there. If they're not past the Dallas though, very safe. If they're not past the Seattle, also very safe. But if they got a guy in the temple or in this bad boy, not the safest to get to 50. But if you're trapping people, this does look like a pretty good little hunting spot because if they only had the Seattle, you could just see the edge of this Seattle. So that's cool. Still have the shot on the back center. Still can wrap around on the Dallas. So I would think if I was here, I'd want them to be in 1, 2, 3 in the Seattle God 2. Probably that wedge and maybe this W thing, but you're definitely going to be trapping them if you're here. Outside shots. So the Dallas thing here is tricky because I don't know if the guy would expect you to be here, but he can definitely wrap and put you in. If he does, it's pretty easy to roll back and keep paint on the corner / D1 shot or move. So I guess we'll go into there, you know, into their side here. So obviously, you know, kind of what you would typically expect if you're walking across the 50. It's Ikuto, strategically working. You do have a shot on the corner if you come into their thing. That is a pretty wide bunker though, so they could hide on the outside, come around this way. So again, if these had a Dallas, boom. So let's go look at the snake side center, and then we will conclude our live stream. Let's see, maybe Dusty could join. Dusty's like the only name it says. Let's see. Well, let me add. Okay, whatever. So if you're up the middle, and that was the play I believe we called the turret, you can come. So gotta be careful because paint can come up here. There's a shot through this, but it's a little bit risky. There is. It looked like I was back at the start station, starting with my barrel touching. So this is downfield. Look. Looks like there's a shot here, so I would think it'd be pretty safe to come through shooting for the God. Although if you were tight, you'd kind of lose that shot potentially if your mirror's shooting straight up for you, so you'd have to play this a little tight. Very safe to, like, there's nothing that stops you unless they literally start in the corner or something. Not the corner, but in the baby. But you could actually crawl right on up to here, without an issue. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's lots of play in this. Maybe people coming here to put shoot at the Dallas guy and then crawling or not. Man, that's really wouldn't be surprised if there's someone in here trying to stop a Dallas guy playing the trap game for a little bit. As you can see, there's pretty good shots here. If they do get you in, they could, like, literally, they shot you in on the inside, you're not gonna be able to keep your gun in that gap here, so they would be able to make the move or to fill. But you know, it is a good trap spot if you've killed them to the Dallas and beyond. Let's look at the outside. You're gonna have your mirror, the Seattle. If you're up high, there is this god that can shoot at you, but if you played low, I would think that you'd be okay. The Dallas does have the shot through that same gap here, so Dallas is going to be the big threat stopping this. And across, great shots on the corner. Same thing, totally looks like it shuts down the D side. I would just be keeping paint kind of where that little whisker is in that lane there if they were in the Dallas and stuck there. Excuse me. Shots on the Doritos. So this is where it gets interesting, is this is the other snake that does have this beam, but it doesn't connect, which is cool to look at like this, because then I'm not getting shot at and playing when this is happening. So you got to be careful, obviously. Seattle, back center, Dallas. Free gas can if you need to level up, and 2-stroke oil if you ever need a blower, you know, to refuel out on the way. And but again, Dallas doesn't really have a great shot into this if you're diving. So if you got these guys in, boom, you can come in, dive, crawl up, and be back at our snake thing we're talking here. Oh no, the ladder fell. So anyway, that's kind of what we got. If you want to see anything else, let's see, I'll give you about 20 seconds to comment if you want to see anything else, because that's the whole thing. If you missed, we started on the D side, we went around the D side, went over on the snake side, went around the D side middle part, and then the snake side middle part. So you could rewatch the video to see any part of the field that we looked at, I think, every single bunker. Oh, I guess, wait a minute, we missed something critical here. You know, what if someone were to go to this pill? You know, you might have a small mini person on your team that could come here and look at this. I mean, actually, not that I encourage playing these tiny bunkers, but like, not terrible. You know, might be your way to stop that guy if he goes up to that little wedge thingy. But, and I mean, you are relatively safe here because it's really only the back center in Seattle shooting the outside of your bunker. So you could potentially come into here. The Dallas can kind of see you. Kind of. We'll go look at that in a second. The home, there's a great shot on the D side. Snake side, though, kind of sucks. I'll go show you in a second, Anthony. But you could potentially, I mean, like, really, if there's not, let's go back and look at this again. So if we came up into here, you know, can definitely get across, can definitely get low, make it across. It would be the God guy that would stop you, but I can definitely see people making plays to get into this brick too. So let's go look at the back center shots for you one last time. And then we are going to call it a day. The view might be super messed up because I just clicked on something. Oh, there we go. And I'm not like a 10-year-old child like my children that can put those little face things on and stuff. So back center. So I'm standing dead center in the back center. Obviously I'm exposed here. But the shot on the D side that goes past the Dallas, like you could shoot that from here. So I take a knee at the start station. It exists. And if I get into this bunker, it also exists. This sucks. Why does it like to go like that? There we go. But yeah, no, you definitely have a shot on the D side there. But that's like really, you lose, if you get somehow miss this little shot, you can't see much, you're gonna wanna move. I can definitely see myself keeping paint in that gap and trying to watch here. Although, you would want to be careful because the Dallas guy, I would think, would be able to drop paint back in here, so. But on the home side, this is standing at the start station. Nothing really killer, I mean, obviously you get some freebies, 3 to 5 shots off the break that you could throw some paint and get down real quick. But there's not, I mean, this is what you see if you're in this back center on the left side, is you can't even really see your mirror without being super high. You could shoot paint back at them and it would definitely hit them if they're out, but you really can't see a whole lot here. I mean, you know, you kind of got this gap here for if they were in that 50 going into your side. You kind of maybe could see that little block dealio, the snake one maybe moving into the 50, but not that great. I don't know if I'd want to be here all that long. The reward is, I think, a whole lot better. I don't know about reward though. I mean, maybe if they made it past the D side gap, I'd probably come here, because then, you know, you have this shot past the D1. So, like, actually you have past the D1 and past the mini Dorito. So this might be a good one if you're playing home and stopping D side is your job. Because you also have, I mean, you literally have shots on each of the gaps. 1, 2, the next Dorito. If it did make it past that, then, you know, you're pretty safe from the Dorito 3. Still yourself, at least, so. But anyway, anybody got any other questions? Any other questions here? Because we're going to going offline. If there's not any other questions. I think I went over everything, though. So if you just joined, like after the video's over, if you go to the beginning, we literally walked around the D side, all the shots, around the snake side, all the shots, the middle D side, the snake side, middle part of the field. So all the shots are in the video if you want to see it. I'm not seeing any questions about checking anything else out, so apologize the dirt on my face. But so I'm gonna go off. Thanks, guys. Hope this was helpful. The video does have all the shots and all the bunkers, so just watch through again if you want to see a different shot. So later, dudes. Thanks.